It's gone! Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Better Than Food vlog update. I hope you guys are doing very well. It's Super Bowl Sunday here in Los Angeles. I'm a big football guy. You know, there's like nobody out. It's actually like overcast and not raining, but it's sort of like cloudy and cold. And we took a walk this morning. It was really nice. It's like it's like barren downtown, so it's kind of cool. I mean, nothing against sports. You know, like do what you do. But you know, I thought like European style soccer or football, as they would call it. I always thought that was like way cooler. You know, like when you'd have games where people would like borderline kill each other, like it's like life or death. Yeah, so, anyways, a lot of updates. Wanted to say hello. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on over here, and I wanted to fill you guys in because I've been a little bit scatterbrained. My output has not been as consistent as I would like it to be, but I am working on it. I assure you. But you'll understand in just a second here. I actually had to take notes for like all of the updates that I've got going on right now. First off, I'm moving, not far away, just moving down the street. Actually, I was sharing this place with a friend. A good friend of mine, and he moved back to Santa Fe. So we're gonna downsize basically. Not much, but we're gonna just gonna move to a different spot, and we're gonna stay in Los Angeles. We're gonna stay in downtown, which is great. I love it down here. We're gonna be right by the Ace Hotel. So if you want to come visit and have a coffee, you can hit me up and be like, "Hey, Cliff, you want to have a coffee and talk about books?" Because I'll be around. Meanwhile, speaking of books, gonna have a book sale because I have a lot of books that I've read and I love very much, but I've read them, so I don't need them, and they should be with somebody who does need them, who would enjoy them and get some value out of them. So, gonna have a book sale. I'm gonna give priority first to the very kind of people who have donated to the show. Although I have to, I'm still, I think it's only going to be able to really work out like domestically, because shipping costs for some of you guys internationally just kind of like defeats the whole purpose. But although I'd love to send you the books, it doesn't quite work out. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what options there are, and we're gonna see how that works. But more to come on that. I'm going to try and make a list of all the ones that I've got, and you'll be given special priority. I'm just going to kind of give it like on a, so that will be coming soon. Thank you very much for all of the extremely helpful and thorough notes on what you'd like to see in this book that I'm writing, this Better Than Food book, which is just kind of like I haven't concisely developed like my elevator pitch of what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be a story mixed in with how these books affected me at certain areas in my life and recommendations of all sorts of different things to accompany the books. And I'm going to have to take I plan to go in like line by line through all the comments that were left on that thing and just edit them down to have them as a guide for writing this book, because they were very, very, very thorough and precise and concise and very, very helpful. Very helpful. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much to all of you guys who commented and left me some feedback. It really helped tremendously. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Soon. Let's see. I got a job. I got a job at another job, part-time job. I've been studying digital marketing. Some of you guys knew that for a few months, and I was curious about working in an agency, so I picked up a part-time job at a place called Unincorporated LLC in the Arts District, and it's kind of cool. We're gonna see how it goes, and it's a very interesting field. To me, there's just it's so multifaceted, and I didn't realize I was actually doing it when I was making the channel. So it kind of like applied to all these positions that I was studying for, and so it worked out kind of nicely that way. But I'll report back. I'll let you guys know like how that's progressing, how it goes. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. In the meantime, what else? Oh, well, there was actually a book about digital marketing or advertising, kind of a dark mystery by William Gibson called Pattern Recognition, which I might have mentioned on here before privately, but I want to read it one more time and go through it. It's a pretty fast read, but I want to review that as soon as possible because I love that book. It's about a woman who is allergic to advertising and is sort of a gun for hire for gigantic, huge marketing agencies all over the world. And she's this international gun for hire, and her clients just show her a piece of their campaign. They show her like the logo, and she can determine in an instant if it's going to be successful or not. Because she gets like physically ill. So very interesting. And finally, the one that's driving me just absolutely nuts and is very, very exciting. Story of the Eye is quite possibly may happen. Story of the Eye may happen. I'm going to tell you about that. Basically, a friend of mine, a friend of a friend. Okay. This is a complicated web, but I'm going to try and do a concise summary. So my friend Jason directed this film adaptation of Tao Lin's Taipei, which was a novel written back in 2013. He had the rights, and he adapted it. He got the rights, and he was working with the author, and he finally got it funded not too long ago, last November or August or November or something, and so they shot it, and he did it. It's good to go. And his friend on that set was a big fan of Story of the Eye, and Jason told him that I've got the rights. And so his friend comes up to me and he's like, hey, that's my favorite book. I'm like, I thought I told everybody, but clearly not. So let's do this. Let's go. So his friend, Jason's friend, formed a production company, and now he's pushing to get this thing made. So we're working together, and we're talking to some people with money and some big producers, and then if they're interested, which I think we're gonna they are, but we don't know if the money people are yet. The producers are interested, so we have multiple producers working on this project now. Chris Doyle is still in the wings. He's waiting. He's ready to go. Jason's dad is interested, and Jason's dad is Mark L. Lester, who's the guy who directed Commando and many other cult films from the 80s. And so that's definitely supportive. And then over waiting in the wings would be some French producers who might get on board. They didn't. I contacted them, but they never said. They gave me the runaround, but they never said no. So I think if I have more support, I can probably get their support as well, and they might jump in. If we have the money, then everything's gonna go. The budget is going to be about 1.5 to 2 million. So if we can get about a fourth or a third of that, probably in the 400,000 to 600,000 range of hard equity, I think we're going to be able to cover all of our budget with tax incentives and soft money and pre-sales for video on demand and all this stuff, So I negotiate the rights again tomorrow for an extension, and that's going to be interesting. Let's see, what else? If you are interested in getting on board this thing financially, or you have friends who are interested in getting on board financially, now would be the time to let me know, because this thing very well may go. If you know where I can find Simone, let me know. That's our biggest priority right now, I think. We've got to find Simone. Everybody else will be totally fine. Everybody else needs to be cast around her. And I'm just telling you guys all of this because I know some of you guys are interested in film, and I'm blah, blah, blah. But just so you can see how the whole process works, if, in fact, this actually gets off the ground. which would be amazing. That would be unreal. It would be incredible. So wish me luck. Thank you for all your support. It really means, the world to me. I don't mean to be trite or contrived or silly, or like gushing or whatever, but yeah, just knowing that you guys have my back and you're willing to support this channel and all of this stuff is so incredibly humbling. It's just changed me. It's changed my whole character. It's changed the way I view the world. I mean, and you can even watch it through the book reviews, just how it's kind of my mood or my attitude, my modus operandi. It's a beautiful thing, as my friend Dan Katz likes to say. He was the guy who shot Taipei. That's what he's saying all the time. He's like, it's a beautiful thing. Well, thanks, Dan. Man, I think that's it. Yeah. The Story of the Eye thing is really exciting. These guys I'm working with are really cool, and you should definitely watch for Jason Lester's Taipei, which is going to be coming out pretty soon. It has Ellie Bamber and Justin Chon. Justin Chon just won I think he was in a film called Gook, which won an award at Sundance, I believe. And actually Dan, the cinematographer, my other friend Dan, was he shot Sydney Hall, which was in Sundance too. Dan's a good friend of mine. I was hanging out with him back in Ireland a while ago, visiting his family. Great guy. So Dan and Justin's stuff, they're fantastic. Brian is the producer on Taipei. It also has Ellie Bamber, who's like the muse of Tom Ford. She was just in Nocturnal Animals, and interesting gal. So I had Jake Gyllenhaal in that movie too, and man, I think that's all of it, man. There's so much going on. It's really insane. I'm having like a panic attack every morning, and it's very exciting. So I guess I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Let's see. The next book. The next book is for Adriano, my longtime supporter here on Patreon and the YouTube channel. The next book is just totally ridiculously manly boxing story. Two boxers in Stockton, California, and it's gonna be like, it's just great. It's just like sweaty, gritty, Tom Waits-esque men fighting each other. It's like the only book I think that really took off for him, but it's just it's a great book. I can't wait to review that. I can't wait to finish it. It's almost done. I think that's all I got for now. So, yeah. I hope you guys are doing very well. This year is going to be really, really exciting, and I have no idea what is going to happen, but, I'm all for just, like, taking risks and going for it. Challenging yourself and growing as a person. Another thing, I'm going to do more self-help books this year, actually. I really like self-help books. There are some really good ones. I know it's a terrible, it can be terribly contrived and cheesy, but, honestly, with the synergy between YouTube and self-help and self-development and all this stuff, I should say self-development, I think I'm going to review more books that kind of just add value to your life. It's the phrase everybody likes to throw around, but it's true. I do think it's important to grow and challenge yourself and become better at set goals and get stronger in every way, shape, and form. So, and I was waiting a little bit to say it, but it may be interesting to you guys or not, but it was interesting for me. I stopped drinking. Yeah, not coffee, but alcohol. Yeah, I stopped drinking alcohol. I think I had my last drink was in like December, early December. Didn't have a problem with it. Wasn't raging. Wasn't drinking more than a couple times a week, if that. Bottle of red wine here and there. Girlfriend doesn't drink, so just kind of one day I just stopped. Just had all these fitness goals, and I just stopped. Just wasn't interested anymore. And I was very surprised that it was totally easy. It was not a big deal. Like, I really realized that I did not want to be going to bars and hanging out with people in bars and doing all these things that are like drinking, you know, because there's just like, it's, for me here, it's extremely time consuming in really insidious ways. It just takes up your money. It hinders your fitness goals. It makes you get horrible sleep. It is potentially dangerous, especially if you're driving, which you should never be. Yeah, I just realized that whatever pleasure I was getting from it, the cons outweigh the pros so many times that just it was just astounding. So I just stopped. Yeah, and yeah, and it's been great. I really like it. It's fine if you drink. I'm not telling you should or you shouldn't or whatever, but I'm saying that, you know, I'm saving money in that sense, you know. But anyways, whatever. Yeah. Cheers to sobriety or whatever. Well, I'm not quite sober. I just don't drink. So, you know. I'm done. All right. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourselves. A lot more books to come, and I hope you have a happy Sunday, and I'll be talking to you soon. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Love you all very much. Take care. Ciao.